Hello everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I'm back today, as you can see, with the double rotating Beads of the Month Club, as well as their Findings Companion Pack add-on. So this is the double club. They do have two different versions. If you wanted to get less beads, you could sign up for the single, which is $22.95 per month plus shipping, and then the double is $39.95 per month plus shipping. And their Findings Companion Pack is $12.95 with no additional shipping charge since it ships with your existing membership. I do have a coupon code. It's Opal10, OPAL10. That'll save you 10% off the first month of your first subscription if you'd like to try them out. And of course, I will leave the link to their subscription and that coupon code right down below the video so you can check out all the different things they have to offer since they have a lot of great things to look at. So this month, the rotation I am on sent me the Swarovski crystals. This club rotates between 6 different types of beads, such as seed beads, delicas, 2-hole, fire polish, and hot and trendy. So it's a great way to build up your stash of all different types of high quality beads and get a nice color coordinated surprise. If you use that coupon code, you'll be on the same rotation as me, so they will try to send you the same theme that I receive and share in these videos, but occasionally the theme could differ just depending on their stock level and availability. We'll look at the beads first, and then we will take a look at the Findings Companion Pack at the end. You can see that the theme for this month is called Conch Shell, and we have 6 different containers inside. As you know, Swarovski crystals are extremely high quality and so beautiful to work with. So let's flip this over, and we have some beautiful peachy tones inside, some warm golds, and that light salmon pink. I'm going to take these out and we will look at each of these containers one at a time. All right, so here's the first container we have to look at today, and this contains 8 by 12 millimeter crystal copper cubist beads. Pop these out and take a closer look. These are absolutely stunning. The way these are cut, it's so precise. The flat areas where they are faceted, I mean, they're perfect. The holes are drilled beautifully. It's got a gorgeous warm topaz type of tone, but there's also this AB finish that is giving us a gorgeous rainbow effect as the light bounces off of these beads. They're kind of chunky and not quite an oval, not quite a rectangle, not quite a drop, but they are elongated and have lots of different right angles. So 8 pieces in there, and if you were to sign up for the single club, you'd get half as many beads. You'd still get 6 containers of the Swarovski, just half the quantities of beads. And in their other clubs, you typically get 8 containers of beads. It's just Swarovski is a pretty pricey brand, and it's one of those things where a little bit kind of goes a long way. All right, the second container that we had to look at says it contains 12 millimeter crystal copper wild hearts. And it looks like there's 4 inside of this container. Just look at these. What an interesting shape. I don't have anything like this. And the hole isn't drilled directly down the center of the heart. It's actually drilled off to one side, which is really interesting and probably really helps to keep the integrity of that point where the hole would be drilled if it was going straight up and down. Again, you can see that very warm topaz-like color, and they just reflect the light so beautifully with those perfect facets. Our next container is filled with these 8 by 11 millimeter crystal peach pearl drop beads. Swarovski makes some beautiful pearls. And there's 8 of these inside of the container. You can see how luminous they are. Really, really imitate the look of an actual pearl, even though they are glass. You can see that there's no chipping or flaking. The holes are drilled really smoothly, and they're made to have just this kind of certain weight and feel that you recognize if you've held actual pearls. So they're really the cream of the crop when it comes to the glass pearl beads, I believe. And I just love that light peach color, especially with those tones of topaz. All right, our next container, we have another shape. These are 10 millimeter rose peach butterflies, and it says there's 10 pieces contained inside. These are absolutely stunning. Again, another fun shape, gorgeous color, gorgeous reflective qualities. The facets kind of come up to a little bit of a point in the center of the butterfly, and then they get just a little bit thinner around the edges, and the hole is drilled through the center right up and down, as you can see. And there's a look at how cleanly that's drilled. These are definitely little works of art. And then our next container, I'm really excited about these. These are the 16 millimeter silk starfish pendants, and there's 4 pieces included. Oh my goodness, you guys, these are stunning. And what's really cool is that these starfish, it's not like they're just a perfect star shape. They actually have slight curves, just like you'd expect to see on an actual starfish. They have just a hint of color. You can see the faceting a little bit better as I hold them up above my hand. And these are they're just perfect. You can see the top drilled hole there. And really wouldn't have to add a whole lot to these if you wanted to just keep them simple as a very delicate pendant. And then our last container for the Swarovski is the 8 millimeter light silk bicones. There's 16 pieces inside of this container. We have the classic bicone shape, again in this very, very pale yellowish peach tone, which really goes well with the other contents of the subscription color-wise and complements them nicely. Absolutely perfect hole running through the center. And I get a lot of the smaller bicones in other ways, so it's nice to sometimes get the 8 millimeter size like this. So stunning. I'm just moving them a little bit so you can see that handful of sparkle. All right, guys, so that is everything for the Swarovski crystals of the month club. If you wanted to just sign up for Swarovski each and every month, you could certainly do that, or you could make it part of the rotation like I'm doing and just get them once every 6 months or so. I think they did a great job with the contents, incorporating these very unique shapes as well as some other classics like the pearls and the bicones, and then the color selection is just stunning. Another perk of the Beads of the Month Club subscriptions is that you also get a link at the bottom of your invoice each month that changes, and that will take you to 3 free beading patterns, so you can download and or print those. And a lot of times they incorporate some of the more unique multi-hole shape beads if you are trying to learn how to use those, but it's always fun to see what patterns pop up for the next month. So now that we've taken a look at the beads, let's open up the Findings Companion Pack that I received for the month of October. It looks like we're going to see some antique gold findings, which are also in very high quality to match the high quality beads that they send. And the color tone of metal that we receive is something that changes each month as well, but each assortment is always coordinated color-wise with itself. All right, guys, so let's take a look in this bag first and see what we have. All kinds of beautiful antique gold, bamboo, and leafy goodies. We have 2 different toggle clasp sets in my hand. We have the large leaf toggle, and we also have the small leaf toggle. And I believe these are tiara cast findings. But anyway, here is a look at that, and they are the same on both sides, double-sided. We have a larger clasp to go with maybe some of our chunkier projects, and then this little dainty one down below. And then next we have a bamboo button. Again, great quality. We have the leaf design inside and coordinates well with our other findings. There's a look at the back, and what a beautiful button clasp this would make. And then to coordinate with that, we also have this stunning bamboo bracelet link in the antique gold color. So you have the holes on either side of this component. Here's a look at the back. It's pretty thick. I definitely don't feel like I could bend it or anything like that. And you could also use it as an asymmetrical connector on a necklace or some type of a pendant, not just for a bracelet finding. Our next bag contains some more of our basics, but still great quality and coordinating findings. We have a handful of 10 of these 15mm fishhook ear wires. They're a 21 gauge wire and very streamlined and simple with just the tiny little ball detail there on the back. And in addition to that, we also get the stoppers to go along with those. I also have a handful of 20 jump rings in the 6mm size, and these are a 20 gauge in the same antique gold color. And also these 10 spear head pins. How great are these? They look like little paddles, how they come to that flattened, rounded shape on the end, different than some of the other basic head pins out there, and sort of have more of that handmade, hammered quality. And then the last item we have is 30 inches of plated steel chain, again in the coordinating color. Here's a look at the chain. We have some details on some of the links, giving them a little bit of extra texture. They're nice and open, so you could do a lot with this. And I like the fact that they're including 30 inches of chain. It's a lot to work with in potentially several different projects. I really like how the color of these findings happens to go with the contents here of the Swarovski Crystals Club, even though they're not technically meant to go together. They just happen to be sent together. But that's a look at our findings companion pack for this month. I think, again, it's a great selection, well put together, of just about everything you need to make jewelry in different forms, from bracelets to necklaces to some earrings. You have some different options in all coordinating tones of the metal and not cheap or chintzy feeling findings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the Beads of the Month Club selection for October. I'll be back soon to share the single hot and trendy and 2-hole Beads of the Month clubs in about a week or so stay tuned for that. If you found this video enjoyable and helpful for you to see all of these items up close so you can make a decision as to whether or not the subscription is right for you, I'd really appreciate a big thumbs up. And please subscribe while you're there, because I'd love to have you back for future videos. Don't forget you can use the coupon code OPAL10 to save 10% off the first month of your first subscription. And the link will be down below. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I always love to hear from you. Maybe let me know what your experience is like with the Beads of the Month Club. I hear wonderful things about their customer service. Maybe if you receive something different, you can let us know down below, or anything else you'd like to say. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope you're staying well, healthy, and creative. And as always, happy beading.